Happy Valentine's Day, my friends. I have a beautiful bouquet of roses here for you, and I also prepared a special menu. On the menu today is a delicious fried chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, and my favorite corn recipe. And watch till the end and I'll show you how it turns out in the air fryer. And we also have some delicious buttermilk biscuits. I've run out of green seasoning, so I'm going to make a new batch, and I thought I'd show you, just in case you don't have green seasoning in your refrigerator too. Here I have 2 bundles of scallions. They're pretty small bundles. I have 1 bundle of parsley and 1 bundle of cilantro. That's all I'm going to use today. I'm going to give it a good rinse. It's best to rinse this in a tub of water to remove any dirt or sand or sediment. I'll also use a hot pepper. You can use red bell pepper if you don't like the heat, or remove the seeds. First we'll cut off the roots. You can plant that in your garden. It grows very quickly. Next we'll cut it into small pieces to place it in the food processor or blender. Lovely herbs. And the hot pepper. Hot pepper is optional. We also have 1 cup of garlic, which I kept in the freezer. We'll place all ingredients in the food processor. I also have a small bunch of thyme. And now we'll pulse until it's fine, smooth. And there you have it, green seasoning. It's very simple to make, and it makes cooking so very easy. Next we'll pour in 2 cups of buttermilk into the bowl. Second cup. We'll measure out 1 cup. And we'll add it to the buttermilk. 1 tablespoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of black pepper. And we'll mix to combine. We'll add another teaspoon or 2 of salt. I have 3 pounds of chicken legs here, free range drumsticks, price per pound $2.29 per pound, total price $8. So first we'll clean the chicken, and then we'll rinse it with the juice of a lime or lemon or vinegar, or flour if you don't have that. So that's 5. That's 10 small chicken legs or drumsticks. You look for any feathers. I don't know why I was about to say leaves. You can scrape this out, it's optional. It takes a lot of time. I don't think it's worth it, but you do it if you feel the need to. Remove any feathers, scrape off any junk. You repeat with the others, and then you'll soak it with lemon water or the vinegar, a half cup of vinegar, just to clean it and to remove the freshness. Okay, I'll rinse it and then we'll move on to the next step. I've placed the chicken in a bowl. I've filled it with water. Now I'll squeeze the juice of a lime and I'll let it sit here for a couple of minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll place it in the buttermilk. We'll drain it first and then place it in the buttermilk. And you see, we missed some feathers. Let it soak and we'll be right back. Next we'll place the chicken in the buttermilk and we'll marinate it. We'll cover it and marinate it overnight in the refrigerator. You really want that seasoning to get into that chicken. You could also place this in a resealable bag. Okay. And we've also put adequate salt in there to salt this chicken. Covered, placed in the refrigerator. We're going to start the potatoes for the mashed potatoes. We have 3 pounds of russet potatoes, which we'll peel. Then we'll cut or dice and boil until it's tender. In the last recipe, we boiled it whole, but this is just another option. I find that cutting and then boiling results in a more creamy mashed potato. Now my husband has the potato peeler and I have the knife. We're going to see who will peel it quicker. I may cheat a little bit and peel it deeper, and you'll say that it's wasting the potato, and I'm checking to see if the camera is on focus. Okay. So it's the potato peelers against the knife people. I'm taking my time. That's it. Oh. Who won? You decide. You can clearly see which ones we did with the knife versus the potato peeler, potato peeler, potato peeler, potato peeler. Cut it into small pieces so that it will boil more quickly. Equal pieces. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's it. Water boiling here. We added 1 tablespoon of salt and we'll add the potatoes in and boil it until it's tender. Now we'll get ready to boil the corn. We'll fill this pot with water, halfway with water. We have a package of corn here, which you paid $5 for because it's not in season. We're in the middle of winter. It's sweet corn. I'm just going to remove the stems. I'm going to remove, what is this called? The leaves, the husk, whatever it's called. Can be quite a messy job, so do it over your garbage. Okay. We'll rinse and repeat. We'll repeat with the remaining corn, and then we'll place it in the pot. I'll add a tablespoon of green seasoning. And we'll use a half of this. We don't have any more canned coconut milk. And I like this brand because it's pure, just coconut. Nothing else, no other ingredients, it's clean. So I'm going to add half of it to the water. Tablespoon or 2 of butter. We'll bring that to a boil and then we'll add the corn. I'll also add some Himalayan salt. And we're bringing the Caribbean to this corn. And now we'll add in the corn. and boil until it's fully cooked on medium-low heat.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
The potatoes have been boiling for maybe 30 minutes or more. It's very tender, so we're going to strain it now. In the same pot, we'll add 1.5 cups of heavy cream. We'll have it on very low heat, and we'll add 1 stick of butter, good quality butter, best butter you can buy. While boiling the potatoes, you can also add garlic, but it's Valentine's Day, so we're not adding too much garlic today. Just in case anybody has any special plans, like Leo. We'll add the potatoes to the warm cream. And then we'll mash a little bit of force. It's nice and creamy. You'll take off the heat. You can also use your electric hand mixer to whisk this until it becomes even more fluffy. You'll add a teaspoon of salt, or you can add to taste. And while it's warm, you can also add mozzarella or mozzarella cheese if you wanted a cheesy mashed potato. It's nice and fluffy. And now let's check on the corn. The corn is almost done. We'll turn off the heat and we'll start frying the chicken. We only have 4 ingredients in this mashed potatoes, and it is absolutely delicious. Once you use good quality ingredients, it really makes a difference. Nice. Do not strain it, allow it to sit in that liquid, and it will add more flavor to your corn. For the biscuits, you'll need 1 stick of butter, which is 4 ounces. So instead of putting the butter whole in the freezer and then grating it or cutting it, I like doing this. I take little bits of butter, measure out 4 ounces. I have the scale under this saucer, and I'll just measure out the 4 ounces and I'll put it in the freezer. You can do this a day ahead to save time, and it needs to be frozen. Okay, so I'll put this in the freezer now. The chicken has been marinating for quite some time. We brought it to room temperature. Now we have a bag with 2.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and we also have about 4 cups of vegetable oil heating in this cast iron pot over low heat, because we've been heating it for quite a while as well. So now I'm going to take a piece of the chicken, the marinated chicken, in the buttermilk. I'm going to put it in the bag. You're going to press the chicken into the flour. You're going to take the flour and press it in. If you want it to look like Kentucky Fried Chicken, that flaky KFC. If you want it more flaky, just dip it again in there and we press it again. We'll place it on a tray again. You could double dip or single dip, depending on how much crust you need. All right. I'm gonna It's a messy process. I'm going to add another cup of flour in here. So that's 3.5 cups of flour. Pressing. I'm going to put all of this in here to finish it up. You could shake it up. The last. We'll throw this in the garbage. Place the chicken in the pot gently on low heat. 1 chicken. We won't overcrowd the pot. We'll fry until the bottom is golden brown and then we'll turn over. The bottom is brown and we're flipping now. It's been about 8 minutes. And we'll cook until the bottom is golden brown as well and the chicken is fully cooked. The chicken has been frying for about 16 minutes. So remove it from the pot. We'll take a lined tray. And that's it. We'll repeat for the remaining chicken. We'll place these 2 legs in the air fryer just so you can see what happens in the air fryer and whether that's an option you'd like instead of frying. Okay. While the chicken is cooking, we'll make the buttermilk biscuits. It's very simple. I have in here 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and I do need to add salt. Hold on. And 1 teaspoon of salt. You can do this in a bowl if you don't have a mixer. And now we'll pulse to combine. That's it. Now we'll add in the butter we put in the freezer. The oven is preheating and the rack is in the middle position. Allow it to sit out about 5 minutes after you take it out from the freezer. And this is 1 stick of butter. I'm going to let it sit here for a few minutes and then I'll pulse. We'll remove the chicken from the pot. That's it. The chicken is done. We'll wait for the 2 pieces in the air fryer and I'll show you the result of that. If you don't have buttermilk, add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to your measuring cup and then fill it with milk. And allow it to sit for 5 minutes to make buttermilk. Now we'll pulse until the butter is incorporated in the flour. The cold butter or the frozen butter is now incorporated in the flour mixture. I'm just going to add the buttermilk and pulse it only for a few times. I don't want to overwork the dough. So that's 1 cup of buttermilk, and buy the best quality buttermilk you can find. And that's it. That's 12 times. I'm in a rush, so I'm using the food processor, but definitely do this with your hands or in a bowl. I'm going to pour it out onto my work surface here. Press it together. I'm going to fold it. Maybe fold it this way, and then fold it this way. Fold it again, just to create some layers. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to press it out. Notice I'm not using a rolling pin. So you're going to take your mold, press straight down, you're not twisting. Okay, take it out, straight down, no twisting. Down, and work quickly because you don't want it to get too hot. Now we'll brush with buttermilk to give it a lovely golden color, and place it in your preheated oven. It's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Only remove the corn when you're ready to eat. And this is the chicken in the air fryer, 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. I'm sure it's a good option, not as good as fried, but it's still a good option for those of you who don't like to fry your food in oil. Finish off the biscuits, we'll mix some butter with honey. And you'll brush the honey butter on the biscuits. And that's all there is to it, my sweet friends. A delicious fried chicken meal that says I love you every single time. Wishing you love today, every day, and always. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a lovely comment below if you'd love to see my channel grow. Until next time, stay safe, be well, cook, share, and love. Bye bye.